So this could have been a personal vendetta where it was a relationship, work relationship, personal relationship, where he knew the victim or the intended victims, or it could have just been, I guess, a corporate grudge. Maybe he had identified a certain executive at a certain company through the news and had targeted him that way. What seems more likely,
right.
in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's going to be somebody he knew or held a grudge against, like you saw a few months ago with the murder of the healthcare CEO. Somebody had a grudge against the healthcare system or that specific company. He could have done a lot more damage just standing there in the street and shooting people. So he wanted to make a statement. I agree with your other commentators that he thought this was a one-way ticket, even with a bulletproof vest. He knew he wasn't getting out alive, especially after shooting that officer first thing. I think, from what I'm hearing from initial reports, is that the people in the building did the right thing. They ran, they sought cover. Luckily, they didn't have to fight off the attacker from anything that we're hearing so far. We'll know more over the next 24 hours as the FBI and NYPD continues its investigation and the intel forces on the ground make any connections that are there.
Does this guy strike you as someone that had military training? The way he's holding the weapon, the way he's walking, or the mission itself?
It's tough to tell. I mean, your previous commentator said about his bearing. It looks like he is walking with confidence. He had a specific mission set in mind, but it's very difficult to tell. You know, it could be somebody that is mentally ill, that had that grudge and just had that mindset that he was going to fulfill the mission. But it's tough to tell his military background. But they'll, if they don't know that already in the command post, they'll know here in the next couple of hours.
We're getting a picture right now from inside, I believe, the 33rd floor. This is Blackstone offices. The employees barricaded the entryway with looks like several couches, filing cabinets, whatever they could put up against that door to keep themselves safe. I mean, that is very innovative and desperate, obviously, but they probably saved how many lives? We'll never know. Is this something that you believe they've been trained for, or is this something that just kind of kicks in as a survival instinct?
Yeah, it's tough to tell. A lot of these large companies do have, especially the higher risk ones, do have active shooter trainings, and they're taught to do something like this when the alert goes out to make it as difficult as possible for somebody to come through. I believe this was conducted after hours, after normal work hours.
Mm-hmm.
So if the doors were left open downstairs, that's something that companies have to figure out. The main entrance way to the building, is that something they lock at 5 p.m. or is it, so much work going on back and forth that they have to keep the doors open? So that'll be coming out, how easily was he able to get into the building and then travel through the various floors. We stay in a lot of hotels. You need a key card to use the elevator in a lot of these places. So did this company have that, or could anybody just go up to whatever floor they wanted? But that picture is a great example of somebody using their ingenuity to try to protect themselves.
Yeah. Chris, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jesse.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.